Welcome back, guys, to the Hot One LE channel. Today I have 2023 Camaro news. This is going to be factual information, fresh out of GM's press. It's nice and hot and pipey, smells like pancakes. But this is going to be the real changes and the real modifications of everything that's happening with our blessed Camaros. Alright guys, first and foremost, I want to bring you some new changes that are actually be coming to the Camaro. Now, this is going to be happening in 2023, and of course that's going to be paint color options. This is often a common thing. But yes, in fact, we are getting a radiant red metallic exterior, and we're also getting a shark skin metallic. Now, these colors are going to be replacing the previous shadow metallic gray and the wild cherry tint coat that everybody really liked a lot. Now, this is kind of normal for GM to do this with the colors. The new shark gray color is probably coming from the C7 Corvette, which already has similar color, and so it's expected for this to actually happen and for colors to only last for a year or so. Now we kind of got some deletions, and I kind of mentioned we're going to get rid of the satin steel gray metallic, or satin steel metallic is going to be gone. Wild cherry tint coat is gone, and there's a various other options that are actually leaving this time, and I'm going to go ahead and post them here, and we can go ahead and kind of go through them just very quickly. And working our way from the bottom going up, the performance air intake is going to be gone, and this is probably expected. GM had to release a revision tune for it a little while ago to kind of like meet emissions, because it wasn't. I think it was just better in their interest just to get rid of it and stop dealing with it and not have any problems. I saw this coming, definitely saw this coming, so not a big deal. The ZL1 1LE spec is going to be losing its carbon fiber spoiler, and that makes complete sense. GM was having problems sourcing this carbon fiber, and getting these items made is actually holding back a lot of orders. So it makes sense that they just said, no, just kill it, at least for this time, so maybe they could catch back up, or just completely get rid of it altogether is what it looks like it's doing. There's a few other options in here that are not really that big of a deal. The ZL1 protection option, was basically like a floor mat kind of set up in a car cover, so nothing really anybody was really caring about too much. Summer floor mats. So there's some things that we're losing that's not completely a big deal, and if you were into wild cherry tint coat, which a lot of people were, they have another option coming that will probably look just as good, so you can still fit with that, or you could get your classic red hot, which will still be available, of course. Okay, now we got some new features that are actually coming into the Camaro. This is mainly for the LT1. You're going to be getting a 20-inch 5-split spoke black forged aluminum wheel. Its code is Q7G. I've tried to do a little bit of research for that. I couldn't really find them on the internet quite yet, but it looks like a new wheel. It's going to be coming for the LT and the LT1s. And then the SSs are going to get a new product code 56Z, which is going to be a 20-inch 5-split spoke black forged aluminum wheel. So maybe a different wheel option, some different paints. That's what we're looking at moving forward. We got some changes kind of going on. Of course, Redline Edition is going to be available with shark skin. Shock and Steel Edition will now be available with shark skin. So this is just the new paint codes matching up which package you could get with it. You can now get packages with the radiant tint coat. Red knee pads is deleted. Red knee pads and door trim remains. Kind of weird. I gotta look into that personally, what that actually means. Of course, we can't just sign on to GM right now for the 2023s and start building them, because the website's still stuck in 2022 land for probably about the next 10 days or so at least. So it looks like they just kind of retired some items and maybe just give it a new product code, or maybe a slight difference. I'll go ahead and post all this information for you guys, but there is no LT2. There was also a rumor going around that the 4-cylinder was going to be axed for 2023, and that's not the case either. The 4-cylinder actually is going to stay, the V6 is going to stay, the SS is the ZL1s. Things are constrained though. They are. If you want to place a 2022 ZL1 order right now, You're not going to get your heated seats, and you're not going to get your backup park assist sensors, which will later be installed. Later, they can actually install these items for you, but there is no interior changes. There is no LT2 in the Camaro, guys. I know a lot of you are like really wanted that information, but I don't think that came from a trustful resource. And you know, it's good to build hype in the Camaro community and hope and have dreams and aspirations, but you got to look at what people are doing and not what people are saying. And if you look at what GM's doing, we're not getting anything for the Camaro, guys. So I would expect absolutely nothing to come out of this. And with the low number sales and kind of how things are going, the constraints and how slow it is to get these cars, I would say it's probably on track to be axed probably around 2024. So if you're going to be buying a Camaro, you're going to be wanting to buy a V8, GM V8. Probably now's the time to get your order in. You don't know if there's going to be more constraints down the line and people can't get vehicles. But I'm going to bring you more Camaro news. I'm sorry there's no LT2 news here, guys, but there's only 2 sources that were pumping that information, and it was completely false and hype for the clicks. So I'll give you the real news. If you want to stick around, go ahead and like and subscribe. I will give you factual information as it comes, hot off the press, pancake. Anyways, thanks for viewing, guys. Hot One Ellie will be back in the GM crew shortly. All right, late.